Today we are venturing out into Europe, becoming blogmasters, because we are going to write articles and we will post these articles and hopefully we will get a lot of followers. In this video I'm going to show you how to set up this pretty little game, but also how to play it. So let's just take a look at this. Each player will get their very own game mat. They will get 30 affiliate revenue coins, 2 cubes, 1 blog followers board, and a reference card. Next, we will take turn drawing country flags from this little bag and filling up our country spots on our game board, starting from the left, going to the right. Now, when you draw countries from this bag, you cannot have duplicate of the same country here, because you can't have the same country twice. It just makes sense, right? Like this, for example. Now, the last player to put their 5th countries out on their game mat becomes the first player and takes the blue ring. The rest of the players takes the gray ring. Now, we also need to have some starting cards on our hands. 12 to be exactly. 6 attractions, 3 lodging, and 3 dining. Now, these cards are put on the table for now, because next step is to roll this blog die to see which type of blogger we become. Because we need to roll this die to determine which type of blogger we can choose. In this case here, we can choose the photographer. And you can see which type you can choose by simply looking at the top right corner of the different bloggers, because their symbols will match the die. Now, once you know which one you will get, you simply take their card and the corresponding token. Next, you need to determine which side of the blogger you would like to use. Now, depending on which side you choose, you will either get some benefits at the start of the game or at the end of the game. And next, you also need to choose which country you would like to start in. Once you have chosen a country, you take your blogger token and put it on top of the country you would like to visit. This here will symbolize where in Europe you are. In this case here, you are now in Greece. Congratulations! The ring itself that you got during the setup is put around the country. This ring will now eliminate the need for you to roll the transportation die during the first turn of the game. But I will show you this in a bit. So now you have 5 countries in front of you, and you have 12 cards on your hand. Now, these 12 cards needs to be discarded down to 5. So depending on which countries you have in front of you, you want to get rid of some cards and keep some cards. And you can actually pay 3 coins to keep 2 cards. And if you feel like that is beneficial for you, well, do it, because it might help you in your gameplay. And all of the events, coins, the rest of the articles, but also the 3 die, goes in the center of the player area, for all players to easy reach. So this game is about you being a blogger, traveling through 5 countries of Europe. You will go out dining and you will write articles about attractions, lodging, and also the dining. And you are trying to get likes. Followers, of course, but most importantly, likes. Because when you reach 175,000 likes, well, the end of game is triggered. And whoever have made the best blogs during the game will get the most amount of blog stars. And whoever has the most blog stars is the winner of the game. BS or blog stars are rewards that you can get throughout the game when you are playing cards. And depending on how well you play the game, well, you will get different amount of blog stars. The first step of a player's turn is to gain 1 coin through affiliate revenue programs. You will take 1 coin from the bank. Now, some event cards or die rolls will give you more money during this step, but for now you will have to do with 1 coin. The second step would be to discard 2 of your articles from your hand. Now, hopefully you have some cards on your hands that does not match the countries that you have out on your game mat. Because if you do, well, it's a good thing to get rid of them, because you won't be able to use them where you are going. If you don't, and all the cards do match the countries that you have on your game mat, well, then it might be a good idea for you to keep some lodging and dining articles, because these are used when you are archiving articles further on in the game, but I will show you that in a bit. The third step is to roll all the 3 die. Unless it is your first turn, remember, because then we do not roll the transportation die. But from every other round, except the first one, we roll all 3 of them. And then we have some choices to make. Once we have rolled the 3 die, we first need to make a choice. If we want the reward die or if we want the travel die. If we want to travel, well, we should choose the travel die. But if we instead want the rewards, because we do not want to travel to another country, well, then we take the reward die. But let's start by looking at the travel die, because what does this mean? Well, on this die you can see a transportation, in this case a train, and on top of it you can see an amount. This is the amount you need to pay to be able to use the train to go to another country in Europe. If we twist and turn it, we can see that there's different options. In this case here, we would go by plane, and it would cost us more. But we can also go with other trains, other planes, but also buses. And buses are of course a lot cheaper than the other options. But like I said, if we don't want to travel, we can take the reward stated on the reward die instead. And it will of course give us, well, different rewards. In this case here, you can draw any combination of 2 article cards from the deck out on the table and place them in your hand. On this one here, you would gain 5 coins from the bank. And on this one here, you would get to draw an event card and do whatever action that card tells you to do. And in step number 5, we need to resolve the blogger die. If you roll the event card symbol, you must draw an event card. These ones here. And then follow whatever action that event card says. Now, some of these events might actually end your turn. And if they do, well, you will skip the following steps. Except for drawing 3 articles in step 8. But everything from here to step 8 is skipped. Now, while we have these cards up, let's look at them to see what they actually mean. Up here you can see the name of this event. Here you can see some artwork of the event. Over here you can see the event action, meaning whatever happens once you draw this card. A little description of this event, the blogger icon down in the right corner, but also a little note telling you when this card is actually played. Now, if you get the question mark here, this means that the player chooses. Now, you may choose to post an article or archive an article. Well, you may choose to post or archive 1 additional article, or draw an event card and follow its actions, or simply not use the die at all. The rest of the results are blogger symbols, the ones that we could choose from the start of the game. If you roll any of the blogger icons, you may post or archive 1 additional article at this time. And you must pay the normal cost to post or archive an additional article. And the 6th step is to play an event card that says on any turn. Now, if you have any of those events on your hand, now is the time to use it. You simply do as I told you before. You do whatever the card says, and once you have done it, you place the card next to your gaming area. The 6th step is to post an article in the country where you are. To do this, you need to choose a card from your hand, either lodging or dining or an attraction. But the card must match the country you are in, because you are writing an article about any of these 3 things in that country. And when you post them, you simply put them out on the table itself, in the correct place for whatever you are posting. In this case, a lodging article. Now remember, to be able to post any of these articles, you need to pay the price stated on the card. In this case here, 3 coins. But then you would also get 10k likes. But you can also choose to archive these articles. Now, you would again need to pay the price, and you would need to be in the correct country. You will not get the likes, but these cards will be worth 1 blog star at the end of the game. And remember, these ones up here will actually give you 1 more at the end of the game. When you archive one of these, you simply put them face down beneath the article on the table. Now you can actually archive cards from another country that you are not in as well. But it will cost you, because you would need to get rid of, meaning discarding, 3 similar articles from your hand. So it might be worth it, but it costs you quite a lot. The 8th and final step of this game is to draw 3 cards from out on the table. And you can draw any combination of cards you want to. If you want 2 dining and 1 lodging and so on, well, it's all up to you, as long as you draw 3 of them. Now, once we have done this, our turn is over, and the turn goes on to the player on our left. And they will go through these 8 exact steps as well. Once a player gets 175,000 likes, well, the game ends. Well, not really, because everybody actually gets to do 1 final turn, until we reaches the first player again. And this might be able to trigger the game to keep on going, because some of these events will actually lower the likes of other players. So if a player sits on that card, well, the game might actually go on quite a bit more. Now, once the game does end, we need to see who is the winner. Because you have 175,000 likes, well, that's great. But the player with the most blog stars actually wins the game. And if there is a tie, whoever has the most money becomes the winner. I would like to say that this game is quite a cute comfort game. You sit here in your own little world, you have these cute little cards in front of you, you are trying to get the best articles out on the table, trying to get the most blog stars, you are traveling through the different countries, you are going through attractions, and you are gaining likes, but you're also having a pretty good time. This game is not that competitive. I mean, you are sitting in your own little bubble here, going through the different countries, trying to get the right cards out on the table, and simply getting blog stars. When the game ends, well, we have a winner, but we also have had a really good time. And there haven't been any bad behavior between the players, because we are really just enjoying our little journey through Europe. There you have it, my friend. That's how you become a blog master. I really need to learn a little bit about this, because 175,000 likes, that's a lot. But you can do it. Go out there, grab the train, grab the plane, go out and see Europe, whatever you want to. This game is quite nice, it's quite neat. I like the little artwork on the cards. It makes you feel like you're going through the different countries, And as a European, well, I need to promote this. It's in the contract. No, but it's a really good game. And if you want to know more about it, well, check out the links down in the description. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, throw in a comment there for me, whatever you like to. But most importantly, my friend, you know it. Please remember to keep on spreading that board gaming love I know you all have. Peace out.